today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington football team.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They still can't get it. And he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And the Washington.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He was 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Sanders toss left side, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively.
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them, not just...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just...
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And quickly finding Rager. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jalen Rager, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of points because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second and 1. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Washington.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has retaken the lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
17.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Jones, the ball.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
The 38-yard line.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
The pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Washington.
So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
After review of the play,
It took them. Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor, 75 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score, right?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, and throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
33-yard line.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And some room to maneuver. Pushing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On second down now. It's Gibson, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touch. And this is caught. Touchdown. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
So now the Eagles down by 16. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Coach, you do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now back to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 10. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards to pick up there. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a